misconceptions that often new customers of ours have is that because our people are very analytical and very driven by math and patternation and systems thinking, that they're not creative. And it's completely incorrect.
Yeah.
And we had a situation where we onboarded into a new client, two of our colleagues. They were actually doing QA on an ETL project, and they were waiting for their computers to be delivered. It was a financial institution, and they're very security conscious, and sometimes it takes weeks from the time our person starts until they have their own computer, and they're using other people's technology. And they came to their supervisor and they said, okay, we need you to print off the code because we need to see all the code at once. And he said, why would you do that? We go through code QA line by line and we check it line by line. And they said, but if we can see it all at once, we'll find the problem. Mm-hmm. So the supervisor, he came to me and he said, admittedly, I did it, but with very skeptical. And I printed out 5 legal sheets, not A3 size, but bigger than A4 size paper. And we laid them all out. And he said, they both just looked at it and went right there. And they just pointed to the code string that was wrong. And he said, why, how can you do that? And they said, because you can see it. And so he said, I came into their office when they did get their own tech. And he said, they weren't printing out anymore, but they had turned their monitors the other way. So they could actually see more code on the screen at once. And he said, by the end of the week, every person on our team had altered their monitor on their desk. Mm-hmm. And our output has gone up considerably, our ability to code. So, this belief that, and these were 2 guys who'd never had a job in this ever. Like we had trained them and deployed them.
But we had the same experience as you had. Even with lines of code, it was a 20,000 page code document, and they turned around the pages and they said, that's not logic, and things like that. They were very surprised. The customer was very surprised, but I remember another case, and that was a quality assurance assignment. And they made an estimation of the time the time frame needed for to execute this quality assurance assignment, and they said, okay, it will take 20 working days. And it arrived. The work arrived in our test factory, in fact, and the consultant automated everything. The same day it was finished. The work was finished.
In one day?
Good quality. In one day.
So did you bill for 20?
No. Well, that's the advantage. And that is that advantage is for our customer.
Correct.
But the customer, of course, was very surprised about the speed of this. But very often we are so surprised, or the customer is so surprised about the speed and the quality of work and the creativity of these guys in approaching that or in solving problems or assuming an assignment.